Howdy, traveler. Welcome to Signal Jammer.
Previously on Signal Jammer, the party discovers the missing mercenaries, who had been captured by the local mollusks and gooped to a wall. But soon the plot thickens, as our adventurers meet the leaders of the snail-like creatures, and learn that the mollusks are in fact sapient creatures, whose very existence is being threatened by the terraforming of the planet. They promise the mollusks that they will find a solution, before preparing to return to Sedona to report the situation.
Will you let us take him back?
Yeah. The elder takes his tail and wraps like his tail around the feet where the feet are gooped. And after 10 seconds, it, turns back into a viscous liquid. And he does the same thing for the hands. Or no, he actually, before he does the mouth, he says, "Would you like me to make him able to speak as well?"
No,
Very well.
not for now.
It's fine.
And keep his hands
I can
bound.
imagine Gabriel just being like,
Yeah.
in response.
So then he only did the feet.
As far as I'm concerned, he is a prisoner. I've basically heard this guy did war
Yeah, no,
crimes
he's a piece
here.
of shit. I agree.
Yeah, okay. He only does the feet then. So
Okay, just the feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're going to take him back.
We're
like
also not his friend.
no.
Yeah, super no. Yeah.
How's Hoyt feeling about this society that suddenly exists down here?
Hoyt is really confused. Well, not confused. Confused is the wrong word at this point.
He seems to live in the
But
state of-
more like, holy shit, this is incredible. But also, holy shit, I killed innocent people.
says the soldier.
Says the soldier, which I don't know. I'd have to talk to Ben about like what actual battles. I know he fought against the corpse fleet, so he's done like stuff against the undead.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's really done anything versus living.
I mean, we haven't ironed that out yet. So
Yeah. But that all said, yeah, no, I mean, seeking out a peaceful resolution. Honestly, Hoyt was looking around to see if he could build any bridges because he feels like he needs
Literal
both-
bridges, not
yeah.
metaphorical ones. Got it.
well, both. Like he wants to build literal bridges, but like also metaphorically, Hoyt's confident in at least helping somewhere.
Well, it's like
So-
dwarven instincts kicking in. Also, you're underground in like a underground society, and you're like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Feels
saying.
very
Like,
speciesist.
Yeah.
I feel like I should build a lot of bridges and passageways here.
there is truth in that. He was very excited when we were going into the mine, and now we're in this
Yeah.
cave, and now he is dwarven out.
yeah, I would like to ask you guys where you're going to go next, and then we'll montage our way there.
We go back to the other chamber with this guy, but like the only thing I'm concerned about is the way those other mercenaries. I assume that.
Are they gonna come in with like weapons? Try to.
Well,
We told them to wait there.
yeah, I know,
That's-
but what I'm saying is when we go back to that chamber, presume they're all freed, and we're coming back with their leader captured, and there's going to be a whole discussion of like
Yeah, release him, etc.
maybe.
We'll find out when we get there. I think getting to that room is the next step.
These people are not going to fight you.
Okay.
I think as the group is leaving this like council chamber, Tahira does linger a little bit, staring at these people, and gives like a very slow and deep and respectful bow. Just like a certain degree of reverence, of silent reverence in that motion before following the rest of the group.
The elder and the other 7 who were there silent the whole time, all 8 of them bow their heads in return. So
I think, Dan, do you think Sigi would want to be in charge of escorting him, or would you be okay with Tahira doing it because of the extra hands?
You should do it with all the hands you've got.
I love that.
I'll be in front, and you're escorting him. He's between the two of us, like
Yeah, sounds good.
And like I said, the other 5, again, they're like 19,
No, they're kids.
20, 21. They're like,
They're all that young.
yeah, they're all little babies. If you lead this troop of children and their leader out the way you came. So where do you deposit these mercenaries? What are you doing with them?
We take them all the way back to town.
Got it.
We have the camp is at the top of the thing. Would Sedona meet us in the area when we are getting
Yeah.
out? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel like in my head, it makes sense to me that we keep Gabriel bound. Sedona meets us, and then the rest of the mercenary group is instructed to return to town to get ready to leave. Or some shit like that. Like, they are basically essentially dismissed.
Once we get back with Sedona, where we've got this backup, we basically just say, like, just to clarify, you guys are all under arrest,
Right.
for what you did there.
Yeah.
I think your leader was responsible for all of this, but
Good soldiers follow orders.
the stewards are literally like the law enforcement, right? Like,
Yeah. She's basically an Interpol officer.
Yeah, like she'll have to step in.
Oh yeah, 10,000%. Sedona's our boss in this instance.
When you guys are like, okay, we're turning back, we're coming back. She's like, okay, well, I'll start packing up my stuff and I'll meet you at Growendal Station. When you're all back there, everybody aside from the three that were on guard that didn't go in, she places them all under arrest and begins walking them all back. Yeah, Sedona will say that, like, we need to go back to the chief priestess, basically.
well, while we're like returning to, one conversation that would happen was Sigi bringing up the concept of
recognizing the Ninods. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Sedona is, her role in this area is not a steward. She's not here as a steward. She's here as a contractor
Yeah,
for
but she's still
Abadar
a
Corp.
steward.
But she is still a steward.
So she probably
and
knows the
so-
law better than me. Is what, like, I was
Oh,
trying to,
100%.
like,
She's like, oh, we'll get that started right away as soon as I get, as soon as we get back and we get these people basically booked. I'll start working on that right away.
What are the procedures used to determine if there is existing sapient or sentient life on the planet?
This conversation is happening on the the maglev speed train. There's Gabriel is still gooped up on his hands and mouth, and the other ones are all manacled.
Are there other people on the train like staring at us?
No, there's nobody on the train because
Nobody
nobody
on the
lives
train.
here.
Right, okay.
Nobody goes back and forth between Jedrat
Workers
City
on the
and
train.
Pharaoh Town. And so
There are people living in Pharaoh Town, though, right? Like,
Not for long.
they don't go back and forth
Yeah,
between.
not for long.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. Is
yeah, how do they
There-
react? Like,
there
yeah.
were quite a few people that did kind of gather around as you perp walked 6
all those mercenaries that went up there, are being arrested. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Siggy's
so
like, nothing to see here, folks. Go home.
yeah.
Go about your business.
They all look at the massive dragon and they're like, okay. and so yeah, you get on. So again, you're on the train, and then Tahira asks that question, and she says, "Well, a lot of these are private ventures that we oversee. The stewards are given jurisdiction over things like this, but there are always these private ventures that scout out a planet, and it is their legal responsibility to do due diligence up to the point that is satisfactory with the law of the Pact Worlds. Unfortunately, that's not something we oversee directly when it's happening. It's one of those things that, because of the kind of bureaucracy of it, we can only catch after it's already happened. So it's not legal that New Horizons missed this.
Yeah, whole ass species.
They've been here for years, and they missed a whole species of sapient creatures.
Whole civilization with a culture.
Yeah, and so
And they're like nice guys. I mean, they're not really like an aggressive species at all. They're like pretty friendly.
they're kind,
people.
cute snails, and
Yeah.
So yes, the New Horizons is certainly within breach of law here.
Maybe it should become a little more standardized then.
I would While I agree with you, ideally, there are trillions of star systems and many that are reachable just via drift travel. It's impossible to keep up with everybody who is doing things like this. But as I'm just a contractor with Abadar Corp, I'm not, I don't represent them or anything like that as such. But they'll certainly be not pleased to find any of this out.
I am not a person for politics.
So it's about midnight when the train lets you out. There was no one on the streets in the daytime. There's no one on the streets right now. The train stops, lets you out, and you're in the empty streets. These like empty stores and restaurants that haven't quite been filled out yet. Sedona's like, well, I guess I'll lead us to the Temple of Abadar here. We need to go talk to...
They have built a Temple of Abadar here, even.
Yeah. Jeterat City is the first, just out of character, the first... If any of the cities are an actual city, it's Jeterat City. Currently, it's just an administrative quarter.
How many people live here?
Very few.
There are about 1,000 people who live off-site. Those are the people who are restaurant workers and work in the hotels and the stores and stuff. And then there are, I don't know, like in the less than 100 in terms of the people that live directly in the city. And those are all the administrative people, the people who work for Abadar Corp, the Xeno Wardens, and New Horizons. And before you guys started your 2-hour trek back, Sedona did send a message to the chief priestess. So she is expecting you.
Okay.
She gave the chief priestess all the details required. And upon entering, again, this is not the Abadar Corp Tower was hundreds of stories tall. This is a 5-story tall building. It's pretty quaint comparatively to probably any other Abadar Corp temple you've ever seen. And upon entering, there are some security officers who are ready to take in, these prisoners. They take Gabriel and the 5 prisoners off your hands and lead them down a hall to be interred. Nope, interred's the wrong word.
I get buried, put into the earth, interned.
We'll go with interned, not interred. No, they're not getting buried. They already got gooped to a wall.
Well, they very clearly deserved being gooped.
They're being imprisoned. That's the word. I'll just go ahead and use the most basic, accurate word for it. They're being imprisoned now. There are holding cells here, as Abadar Corp has its own security system. And Sedona leads you up to the top floor. It's a similar kind of foyer to the one that you were at in Absalom Station. Except, again, it's midnight. There aren't people walking to and fro. You're greeted, in fact, by the chief priestess herself. She's a tiefling lady. She's in her early 30s. She has pale purple skin. She's very cute. And she's wearing a form-fitting silver and gold business suit. High ponytail and an eyebrow ring. Comparatively to every other priest of Abadar you've seen, she is not at all very flashy. She's very modest in the amount of jewelry she has. Just a couple rings, no bangles or anything. And she's standing there and she says, "Oh, Sedona, glad you made it back safe. These are your friends, I suppose?" And she says, "Yeah, let's take us to your office. We have a lot to talk about." "Very well." And she turns around, her cute little tiefling tail flicks, and she leads you into an office.
Does she have horns?
She does have horns.
What do they look like?
Well, they're on the thicker side, and they have a nice little up bend to them. One is darker than the other. She's got a 2-tone horn situation going on.
Okay.
She sits down. Her chair has a little hole for her tail. Like how when a person with a ponytail pulls their ponytail through that part in the hat. There's the perfect amount of chairs for however many of you there are, which is 5. She says, Okay, Sedona said,
Sigi does not sit down.
Oh, that's
even though-
right.
Even if there is a big chair for him, but he still does not sit down. He's standing in the back with his arms crossed and kind of pacing back and forth because he is just.
he's in distress, yeah. He made a promise to a snail.
He's also nervous about this whole
Yeah.
thing.
She says,
About how they react.
well, Sedona said you found something very important, and required us to imprison some mercenaries. Who would like to tell me what's happening here?
We tell her what's happening.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the whole thing. Are there any bits that are left out, or basically do you tell her the high points of everything that's happened up to this point?
Yeah, I think Tahira's retelling of what happened is very much like a militaristic debrief.
Right.
One of the few times you see any point of passion or overt emotion displayed in how she's speaking of what happened, it is at the point of realization of the society. And she delivers great emphasis on the inherent ownership and right that they have with this being their planet. And I think emphasizes that with the conversations that had occurred and the conclusions that were drawn thanks to Sigi's negotiation.
And then Sigi will hand over, just kind of silently, his, hand over his data pad or connect it to something and
He flicks over the notes to her. Yeah.
Yeah, he flicks over the note.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he took pictures too and stuff yeah.
Yeah, that they have a society.
They live in a society.
As they say. So this is interesting.
The planet must be evacuated.
Well, that's easier said than done.
Well, obviously. I just said it, and it is yet to be done.
She cocks her eyebrow and looks at you. Fair point.
These people have a right to their world. This planet, therefore, must be evacuated. It is a simple legal matter, and I think it will be proven so in the courts of the Pact Worlds.
From the way that you tell it, the air is already spoiled. I'm not
Are you saying what was done cannot be undone?
I'm not sure. That would have to be... the Xeno Wardens would know best here.
We must speak to them, then. Or someone must.
There's one who could tell us. And she picks up her desk phone. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. And you hear her kind of and then she hangs up. She says, okay, well, the head of terraforming for the Xeno Wardens will be here shortly. Would anyone like anything to drink while we wait? And then we kind of montage her getting tea for everybody.
Yeah.
I would really like to go back to the hotel and go sleep, but it's fine that we're just doing this.
No. 5 minutes later, the door flings open, and a Skittermander flies in the room. Well, he doesn't fly in the room.
What is a Skittermander?
They're like the mascot of Starfinder in the way, the football head goblin is the mascot of...
Oh, is it what the Discord's image is?
Yes.
Okay.
They're great.
So this Skittermander has 6 arms. It's about 2.5 feet tall. I'm going to start calling him he because he's a little boy. He's a human adult. Or no, he's not a human. He's an adult.
Make up your mind.
And he is beautiful. He has blue fur with little white paws. He's wearing a green suit that is foliage themed, trimmed with gold, and none of that matches his fur at all. He's clashing.
Aw.
Royal blue looks great with gold. What are you
But the
talking
forest
about?
green, not so much.
Mm.
Well, audience, you decide. You decide. One of those little guys walks in with aplomb. He's got a lot of gravitas to the way he walks around. All 6 of his shoulders strutting as he walks, and he pulls up a chair and flops in it. And he goes, "How can I be of service?" He's looking around at the room.
He's like the terraformer expert.
From the Xeno Wardens, yeah. My name's Frux, and I've been summoned here for a reason, I presume.
Yes, well, we've come to a terrible conclusion recently. This planet has a sapient species living on it. An entire civilization, in fact. And they cannot survive on this planet with the modifications to the atmosphere that have been caused by the terraform. We must cancel this terraforming immediately.
What?
Not only cancel, but undo. Revert it back to the way it was.
Like, the Pact Worlds have rules for a reason. Like, there's laws about this. Like, yeah, sometimes the project needs to get undone, but, like, that's the cost of business, right? Right? And you're a businessman. I'm a businessman, too.
Cloudy should make like a just diplomacy check now, like with.
Hey, look at that. You got a 19.
Not bad. Okay. I got a 19, 16 on the die, plus 3.
Frux leans back in his chair, kind of looks at the ceiling and crosses his legs and all 6 of his arms. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Think about the fines you're gonna get
Listen,
hit for if they find out that you genocided a planet. Come on.
I don't know why you're. I'm here to provide solutions, and if you just hang on a freaking second, I'll let you know what we can do.
Yeah.
So,
I just wasn't hearing any solutions. It was just
okay.
Is it even possible to undo what has been done?
Yes, I was the chief on another job. There was a Medusazoan species called the Bertheldians, and they are one of those rare silicon-based species. And they were trying to inhabit the moon of their planet. However, here's the thing. We were able to totally deoxygenate and denitrogenate the planet. There is a way to do it. It takes a period of time. Given where we are right now, I would say it would take a couple of years to get it back to the levels where they were at, when we got here. It took us 5 to get where we are now. We had to, anyways, they're not important, but it is doable. We can bring this back to where it is.
well, yeah. Let's start up that process then.
So yeah, he's like, I don't have the authority to do anything. I'm not in charge here. I'm just the head scientist.
What needs to be done to ensure this can happen? Because it needs to happen.
Well, I mean, from a scientific perspective, we can, we have to get a little bit of equipment from off planet that we don't have, but it's something.
From a bureaucratic perspective, you said you do not have the authority. Who does? What steps need to be taken to give this the green light?
We are contracted by New Horizons. New Horizons is who you're gonna have to talk to. I mean, but the ultimate authority here, really, I mean, that's the kind of trick about it is, they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all the infrastructure and stuff, Abadar Corp, and
Tahira then looks over to the tiefling high priestess that is in the room. In Sedona.
Yeah. Frux is like, it's hard to really know who's in charge. I'm just a little guy.
Hard to know, huh? Yeah.
If we are to completely deoxygenate this planet and shut down all operations, I mean, that will be quite a bit of money thrown away, and quite a bit of money that will have to be spent in order to do that.
Well, perhaps your systems in place should have been a bit more thorough in ensuring that there was not an existing sapient species.
They should probably fire whoever did it. Whoever surveyed the planet. They did a bad job.
I, on a personal level, don't disagree with you, but this will be a tough sell.
The Ninnods as a group seemed relatively amicable. I imagine as long as they are able to continue living on their planet, they might not be against additional presence here. That is for them to negotiate. We should begin with the expectations of, as you put, an absolute loss.
Well, that does bring us to a important thing, which is that They require immediate shipments of food.
It is an imperative right that they are given the food that they need.
Yes.
I wonder if there's a way that we can salvage some of this. As you said, they may be amenable to a different solution. That
is not a negotiation that will happen in this room. Tahira is basically saying, I'm not arguing this for them, so I'm not going to talk about it now.
I see. Yes, I agree that it should be here too.
We need to do. I don't know. We need to talk to whoever's actually in charge.
What additional negotiations do our characters need to be present for as an acting member of the conversation? We did our job. We've delivered the message.
Yeah, we've passed it along.
1 month later, back on Absalom Station.
We open in a bar. On the walls of this bar, the decoration scheme is very much military oriented. There are battle flags on the wall and mounted guns, pictures of soldiers raising flags, the works. And it's about halfway full. The bar is full though. And we see sitting at the bar, there's a wide array of different species, of course, as normal. This is Absalom Station. And there is a Vesk man with forest green complexion sitting at the bar next to Tahira. There's an SRO. That's a sentient robotic organism. The SRO looks legally distinct from, but quite a bit like a protocol droid.
Okay.
Okay.
The robot is pouring the drink for this Vesk man. His little servos in his arms are undulating as he shakes the cocktail shaker and pours the drink. Vesk says, thanks, Rust. And then he looks up at the flat screen on the wall. And he says, hey, Rust, can you turn up the volume? I want to hear this story. And the robot nods, picks up the remote, and clicks it off of mute. And we're looking now at this TV. Sitting at a news desk, there is a gray Isoki. He's got big, thick-framed glasses and bushy whiskers that are kind of trimmed into a mustache kind of shape. And he begins. Hello, I'm Bimp Kunkel, and welcome to ANN News Tonight. In tonight's main story, Abadar Corp cries foul play after their business partner, New Horizons Ventures, allegedly found and attempted to cover up the existence of a previously unknown sapient species in order not to jeopardize a project. This new species, the Ninods, are sending a representative to the Pact Council in order to petition for recognition and protection under the Pact. I'd like to now welcome the Abadar Corp contractors who uncovered this mystery to shed some light on the situation. The camera then zooms out to reveal a table next to the news desk. There are 3 chairs at the table, and 2 of them are filled. One is filled by Sigi, and the other by Hoyt. So Bimp Kunkel turns to the table where you are sitting, and he says, welcome, friends. Thank you so much for coming.
We're glad to be here, Bimp.
If you'd like, you can introduce yourself for the audience at home.
Well, I'm Hoyt Iron Eye, and this here's Sigi. I can never pronounce his full name. Sigi, you tell them who you are.
You can hear a key grip kind of snickering off camera.
Understandable, yeah. You may call me Sigi, but I am Psychedrelathraxian, Rockathusa Celrexus.
Welcome to you, brave people. Now, there's a lot of mystery around these Ninods. Abadar Corp and New Horizons have not talked about them basically at all. What can you tell us about the Ninods? What are they like?
Well, I at least can speak to their biological requirements and composition. They are a strange species of mollusk-like creatures. that lives in the subterranean areas of the planet. The notable thing about them is they can only breathe the planet's composition of air as it is. The efforts by the colonists to change the atmosphere has caused them great distress. In fact, they will not be able to live on this planet. I can also speak to their sociological aspects as well, if you would like.
Oh, please.
But Hoyt might wish to speak.
Well, I would just interject. They've got a real fascinating ability. See, they're normally corporeal beings, but they can transform themselves into these, like, ethereal, triangular, like, shadow bugs. And when they do so, they're,
Shadow
like,
bugs.
incorporeal, but they're still living beings. I don't know. I find it quite fascinating, honestly. Also, if I could do just a quick shout out, hi, Mon Pa, I made it.
I would like to add, though, that based on what we discovered in these caves and the reactions of the Nenods specifically to the changes in the composition of the atmosphere, it's very likely that all life on the planet, it would suffer similar catastrophic effects. I think that by changing the atmosphere of that planet to a oxygen-rich one, you're committing a genocide for one, and a just destruction of biological habitats on a hitherto undreamt of scale.
That is truly troubling.
Then it cuts to Cloudy.
Yeah. Then we cut to Cloudy.
Be like,
and
I'm
in
truly
fact-
troubled. I need to get into that meeting.
So we're in a dark room. There's a table.
God.
There's a lamp hanging from the ceiling over this table. And on one side of the table, there's, well, what form is Cloudy in right now?
Cloudy, I think, is in classic human form.
Human form girl mode. Got it.
Mm-hmm. She's gotta be.
The door opens, and in walks a stern-looking Lashunta man. He's very muscular. He's got just big ol' antennae, and he's wearing a suit. And he sits down across the table from Cloudy. And he's like, I understand you were caught trying to smuggle a weapon into our facility.
I gotta be on TV. This is. Why are you?
Well,
Why are you leaving me in this room like this? I left my bag. I was just gonna leave it. It's fine.
this is very serious. There have been many threats on Bimp Kunkel's life recently, and
Oh my
security has never been higher. You understand why I would, well, why that sends up alarm bells, I would imagine.
Nobody told me that there were threats on anybody's life, except for, you know, that we live in a dangerous world. A dangerous universe, I should say. We need to have weapons for our self-protection, and no one told me I couldn't bring one in until I was being apprehended. I think this is you trampling on my rights, to be honest.
And then we cut back to the interview. Bimp says, now, have you been asked to testify in front of the Pact Council? The answer is yes. But I realized that I asked you a question that you don't have the answer to. Abadar Corp is sponsoring this petition. It will be chartering the Ninods in. Well, probably just the Elder and maybe a couple of others. But you're...
We have been asked to testify before the Pact Worlds Council at large, and...
Very interesting.
Not sure of the details. Hoyt might know more.
Now, are you...
Everything's developing very quickly. We just got back about a week ago, and I've got my flower shop to deal with, you know.
Yes, of course. Are you at all surprised at the fact that Abadar Corp has made its intentions known, that it will be taking New Horizons to court over this, well, you said potential genocide?
I'm sorry, sir, but I am not a lawyer, and that is not my purview.
Understood.
It cuts to Cloudy going, I'm supposed to be stopping a genocide. You stopping me from stopping a genocide is basically like you're committing a genocide. And it cuts right back.
Awesome. And one last question, friends. What did you learn of their culture? Do you believe that they can be or want to be integrated into the greater Pact society? Or what's the What is your read on that?
Sigi looks over to Hoyt.
I would say from my interactions with them that they are quite sophisticated and quite intelligent, and I believe they would enjoy being a part of a grander universe. Making first contact with that truly is an honor that I wasn't expecting to have in my lifetime. They've got fascinating architecture too. They've got a lot of like systems of slides and tunnels that I'll be frank, I enjoyed quite a bit.
Do they have technology of any sort?
I mean, their technology is limited, but they've got again, they're able to access, and I don't know if it's magic or if it's psychic or what, but they seem to have again just abilities that I've never seen before.
Abilities that make technology perhaps for them unnecessary.
Yeah, that's exactly the point I was trying to articulate. Thank you, Siggy. But I again, their intellect and their receptive nature. I mean, they're quite humble beings, but also very welcoming when you approach peacefully. No, I think they would make a fine benefit to the pact.
Well,
Yes, I agree. I think they would indeed join the Pact Worlds, but not while the threat of their destruction persists.
indeed. I speak for us all when I say I hope that there is a resolution to this that prioritizes the safety of the Ninods. And
I will be cultivating some plants discovered on the planet at my flower shop, wildflowers down in the Puddles district.
plug.
Was interested in. Yeah. No, I mean everybody's got to do it, right?
Then it cuts to me being like, I was supposed to be plugging my channel. You don't understand the
No,
problems.
Sigi almost as an afterthought. Sigi then says, "Oh, and also subscribe to," and then he says your channel name. My friend Cloudy, he couldn't come. He was stopped coming in because of contraband. He tried to bring a gun into the news studio.
You're saying this on live news?
You saw it happening and
that's
just walked in.
that's very troubling. Very troubling indeed.
I probably was texting
Yeah.
you about it as it was happening.
We were probably walking. No, we were walking in together, and you got
Yeah, that's true.
apprehended, and we were like ushered on, but we probably saw them being like, pulling your gun out of your hold, like away and taking your
Yeah,
gun from you. Like, so we were like,
I was trying to just
you know.
play it off and hand them the
Yeah.
bag and pretend I was like putting it in coat check and just like running away, but
Yeah,
they
we saw
grabbed me.
this. Yeah, like then they just stopped you, and then they were like, "No, you guys need to hurry up,
Yeah.
and get into makeup."
And
That's how I
not fair.
envisioned it,
Yeah.
at least. Like.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I did plug your channel though, so there is that.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
And my store.
Bimp says, well, thank you so much for coming and agreeing to this interview. It certainly shed some light on the situation, and I think I speak for all of us when I say we hope for a peaceful integration into the pact for the Ninods. Now over to, hold on, I almost said Bimp Kunkel again. I had a name for...
No, his name is also Bimp Kunkel. Bimp Kunkel too, because they're clones.
Oh my god, yes.
Like all the newscasters here are clones.
Yes, they're all clones. They all wear different colored ties depending on what department they're in. No.
They've using Bimp Kunkel for 60 years, like.
Yes, and that's why people are trying to kill him so that they can take over the throne.
Oh, it's a title that's passed down like Lady Gaga.
That's not what I
Yeah, I gotcha.
No, they're
Wait,
clones.
yeah.
They're
What do
definitely
you mean
clones.
by that?
Did you mean Dread Pirate Roberts or some shit
There
like
was
that?
There was like a
There are
short
multiple Lady
story or
Gagas?
something I read a long time ago about Lady Gaga being, a title.
That's so fucking funny.
Now over to Dr. Terrence Alele with the weather. And it cuts over to just a bipedal, like, tiger in a suit. And he starts to motion towards a weather map. And then we fade down.
God, I was just thinking about like how Tahira's looking at this bar because she doesn't eat or drink when she's there. She has the face mask.
Does she have like a straw that she
So,
like
like-
will put under her?
Yeah, I bet there's that. Surely would be like a thing that there might even be special straws made for kasatha, right?
I mean, the first thing that kind of came to my mind is almost like a similar attachment that rests across the bridge of the nose that has a bill that extends, and then it has a drape, almost like a veil, but it's a solid color. So it still covers the face, but there's enough space for there to be like things to be put in the mouth, potentially. But I don't think in this instance she would be nursing anything, be it delicious apps or an alcoholic beverage.
The Vesk that initiated the scene is like chowing down on some fried pickles right now.
Yeah, Tahira watches the interview with excitement. She feels such an important opportunity for the Ninods to have a portion of their story told by people of Absalom Station, rather than having relative, like, strange beings come in and just being like, this is this is that. You know, it kind of inherently gives credence to what the Ninods are saying, to have this kind of witness who is so ready and willing to speak so publicly. There's a squint of concern when it is revealed that one of the 3 seats is empty. And that small expression of concern. When Sigi mentioned, you know, the very real aspect of the discovery, and that this entire species was potentially going to experience a genocide due to the negligence of a money-grabbing company that then tried to cover it up, Tahira leans forward onto the bar, like pressing into it with her upper forearms, like the clenching of her fist reflecting the anger that she is feeling at simply the mention of what the situation was and what these Ninods are having to fight to just have the right to exist to a certain degree. And the fact that there is still so many, like, legalities and like red tapes and things that have to be handled before resolution is provided.
So that's a very noticeable reaction to Tell, the Vesk, who's sitting next to you, and he's like, "Whoa, you okay there?"
I am extremely invested in this particular story. It's some of my friends.
Well, I hope I know someone famous someday.
Oh no. Claudia's going to be very upset that they weren't included in that. I think Tahira has that thought about Cloudy not having this opportunity to be such a public and visible, like, mainstream presence. Not that Tahira knows that concept of, like, mainstream or anything in that sense, but I think she has enough awareness to know that this is a greatly missed opportunity, and Cloudy is missing it, which is weird. And then Sigi says, oh yeah, Cloudy was detained entering the building because she brought along a gun, and Tahira's all 4 of her hands just, like, frame her face, like, massaging her temples, like, squeezing at her cheeks, and she's just like, that explains everything, and I am distraught.
The twin emotions of Sigi, why did you say that on live television? And Cloudy, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it distills to is oh my god, Sigi,
my boy,
a time and a place, and oh my god, Cloudy, a time and a place.
Yeah. My friends are not very wise.
No.
I don't have any legs to stand on that one either, because I think I have a +0 to my wisdom. Yeah. Like, it's Tahira should.
Tahira's probably like, well, we've all been there.
Whom among us?
Yeah.
Like, all of. Yeah. Like, we have to remember, Hoyt showed up at a coffee shop in his full armor.
I sure did.
Like,
always be prepared.
Tahira did not. Like, even in that sense, Tahira knows there's a time and a place. Like, some life lessons have been learned for her that apparently the others haven't encountered, or it hasn't stuck. And all the love to Cloudy, I don't know if this one's going to stick either.
No.
Because Cloudy believes that she's right.
I just reread Cloudy's backstory, and no, it's not.
But like when the interview is finished, as they like are cutting away, Tahira is clapping.
Aw,
excited for her
that's
friends.
cute.
You can clap a lot.
That's
too.
true.
Like, I mean, you can.
I'm a
Clap
whole
for
fucking
two.
crowd.
Yeah.
That's
You know those guys that sit and have like a banjo, but also like a drum and like all harmonica on their
One-man band
face,
kind of
like a
shit?
one-man band type of thing.
Oh
Yeah,
my
kasatha
god,
would-
yeah.
I mean, you could really do that.
Oh yeah, Dick Van Dyke, eat your eyes out.
Eat your eyes out.
God.
Jesus.
Your eyes.
Van Dyke, get your eyes out.
That's such a
Eyes
terrifying.
out. It's so scary.
Oh no, I've
I
been
loved
clippable.
So on to the next scene.
What is like? How is Cloudy released? Like, how late is Cloudy kept? And what is the conversation between at least Cloudy and Sigi at that point? Because I don't know, like, I'm not going to speak for Drew. I don't know if Hoyt would stick around waiting, but, like, Sigi and Cloudy...
Siggy's probably bailing out or picking up.
Dev, can you make a diplomacy check?
Okay.
Or something that represents how you talk your way out of
First-
this. Can be a bluff
First, I'm gonna try a
also.
bluff check, and then I'm gonna try
What are you bluffing?
a stealth check, and then I'm gonna try an acrobatics check.
What are you bluffing? What of what you've said was a bluff?
You're right. None of it was a bluff.
To blave.
Well,
Maybe he was playing cards or something.
You said that you were there to be on an interview, and you were handing it over, and it wasn't an issue. All of that was true.
I love that reaction, Jackie, because I feel like I asked that same question to like my players in any Pathfinder. Like, what of that you said was a bluff? Yeah, like, or, what that you said was in any way diplomatic? You know,
Like, I have full respect for people who are like, I'm trying to play to my strengths, but I feel like I'm of the opinion, if you say I'm going to attempt to bluff here and then do it, or like diplomacy, especially if you're just like, I'm trying to be diplomatic in this moment, and then the person just words bad, that's completely different than what we're doing now, where Dev said a whole bunch of stuff and none of it was a bluff.
I did say a lot of truth. For Cloudy, a lot of truth. I would have left the gun if they'd let me go in. That's what I'm so mad about. If they'd have just let me leave it, like, come on. Okay, so what I will have tried to do is escape the second that somebody left me alone in the room.
Okay,
So,
great, yes.
I want to try to break out.
Yeah, at a certain point, the Lashunta security, the head of security that was interviewing you, does leave. But it's one of those doors, it's like a screen door. Like, it starts to shut on its own, but there's this moment.
I do a flip. I jump through the door.
Oh my god!
28!
Yeah, you're out of there.
And then I run.
Are you're just booking it? You're not stealthing it at that point? Because that was to get
yeah,
through
I'll
the door.
stealth
my
it.
friend.
Well, I didn't stealth too good. Not a great stealth roll for me.
You read out your roll result?
I got a 12 on that stealth check.
Okay, well, let me roll a little...
I try to lose him in the crowd. I don't know. In the
No,
crowded
nothing.
studio? Mm.
Ben, it's not important.
Interesting.
Well, you don't know what his
So-
his perception modifier is.
Yeah, I mean, this is a level 0, character, but he doesn't... He's the head of security. He doesn't have a negative to perception.
yeah.
So,
Okay, he spots me, and I run. Let's do an
all right,
athletics
let's
check.
do it. Oh,
No!
Roll 20 is hating us today.
It's true. I got an 11. Yeah, I hope he trips. Now, damn it. He
does
catches
not.
me immediately.
So we're not going to make a whole scene of this, but
No.
Sigi is going to have to bail him out of
You
jail.
just get arrested.
It's worse than they took my gun.
Yeah,
They didn't give it back.
basically, Cloudy is being held and charged a misdemeanor crime for trespassing.
Okay. Siggy goes and hires a lawyer.
Okay, wait. I want to do one last Hail Mary.
Okay.
During the struggle, when I'm being grabbed, I am going to try to bluff to pretend to be hurt so that I can try to sue him. Yes! Yes, a 25! I ran to somewhere public so that we could have this.
I'm sure there's cameras.
This
in
altercation.
This new studio. Like,
Yeah, people have their comms out and are recording what appears to be a police brutality
violence.
moment. Like, it kind of seems like Cloudy was just sort of jogging in the other direction and got completely full body tackled by a guy in a suit. What does Cloudy say to get like the public on side, you know, as he's being wrestled? Yeah, we don't have to do a whole scene of it, but like
I don't know. How dare you suck my boyfriend's dick? This is because I found you in the bathroom. It's all your fault. I'm projecting. I'm throwing this on you, random guy.
Yeah, and everybody buys it. They're like, there's murmuring as they watch.
Everyone loves some sort of like relationship drama.
I do at least want a scene of after Sigi has picked got Cloudy out, you know, and just being like, Cloudy, I hate to, but what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Things just kind of spiraled out of control, you know?
Yeah, why'd you try to bring a gun into the? I mean, surely you. Come on. You know that you can't bring a gun into a news studio.
It was literally just in my bag.
I
forgot I had it.
I know. We've got to think about these things, though, Cloudy.
I know.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Let's just go home to.
I was locked in a room like that.
I know.
I just had to get out.
We may be in some legal trouble. Just, or you, not me. But
Yeah.
I say we because I do appreciate. I mean, I consider you, you know.
I mean, if I'm in too much legal trouble, I might need you to spot rent or something. I don't know.
You don't pay me rent.
I work at the flower shop.
Yes, I pay you. Sometimes when you do work enough to, that's more than covering your rent.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I guess.
And sometimes I pay you even when you can't cover the rent. So you owe me a lot of money.
Yeah, just because you're such a good guy.
But it doesn't matter. All right, come on. Let's get home. Let's get some noodles on the way.
Oh hell yeah! Let's get noodles.
So, all right, we have a few options as to what we can do next. There's the Red Remnant clash option.
Yeah. I mean, unless anybody else has any other, like the Red Remnant thing, I think would be one of the first things that Sigi tries to handle with this extra complication now that, like, Cloudy's already been arrested recently.
Yeah, they might flag me if I try to leave the station. I'm gonna keep my head down for a bit.
Well, we don't need to leave the station. I mean, we don't need to leave the station for what I'm talking about, I guess, here in this.
Yeah.
There'll be some point when we're sitting at home, you know, and... But yeah, I say... Listen, Cloudy, I was thinking, you remember those rat folk that came and messed with us?
Oh yeah, those little nerds, I guess.
Yeah, they called themselves the Red Remnant. Indicated to me that there may be some larger gang than just those three. At any rate, if they are coming into a place, you know, run by a dragonkin and trying to, well, I guess they didn't know it at the time, but at any rate, they need to be dealt with, I think. And
didn't they just have it out for like the old owner? It wasn't like us specifically.
No, I think it was that the old owner was paying protection money to them, and I can't imagine.
Oh.
I'm curious how many other businesses in this district are paying protection money to them. Suffice it to say, I'd like to go over there and, well, talk to them. Might come to more than that. My intention is to take over their organization and force them to work for me instead.
It's so awesome.
That rocks.
It's
Okay.
So funny.
Yeah. Let's get this going. I don't know. I obviously need to pay some money. I need to get this stupid ankle monitor off
These
me.
people need help. Like they.
Well,
An ankle monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He can't leave the station.
Yeah.
So they need
Can't
to know
leave
where
the
he's at.
station. Or can you leave, like, the house?
not until I pay.
Are you on house arrest,
Yeah.
or is it just literally like a...
It's got to be station.
Oh,
It's got to
okay.
be the station.
It's the station.
We can't put Cloudy on house arrest for
A year.
A whole year.
For a year, yeah.
No, it's like they just like put my visa on hold or like my passport on hold until I pay my jail fees.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'd like maybe to bring in Hoyt and Tahira if they're interested. We could use extra muscle perhaps, but my point here is that these people need help. This district, if there's people fall into that sort of crime, and we I don't know, we don't have that kind of thing on Triaxis.
Like crime at all? What? That can't be true.
That's what Sigi says. Like, I mean, he's
Are you bluffing?
no, Sigi just
He believes it.
well, he's from an upper class.
He comes from
family
such
on-
privilege that it appears
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough.
Well, Cloudy says what Cloudy says.
Like, he's not used to, this type of thing. Like, he's like, these people must
Yeah.
be really, like... And he's, like, read about that sort of thing, I guess. But, it's like, damn.
I
I'm
don't
sure there are
know.
I'm sure in the big cities of Triaxis, there's the same kind of shit. But he's just not aware of that. He grew up in a, mountain fortress, his family's castle.
Yeah. It's a dog-eat-dog station, okay? Like, we can't be saving everybody. Obviously, you had to save me because, I was on the street and I needed help. But other people, who cares about them, right?
That's not right. No, you know that's not right, Cloudy.
Yeah, I guess so.
We have to help everybody we can.
The whole street, though? Well, we are gonna...
I think we can
We're
do it, so
taking-
we should.
Well, you've got a plan, right?
I have the concept of a plan.
Concepts of.
So, we're gonna take over the neighborhood. Let's go.
We can just fast forward that, Sigi has called
Right.
Hoyt and Tahira, and we're now meeting at,
Perhaps you're at Muddy Waters Cafe.
I'm gonna call it Operation Crime Lord. What do you guys think?
I mean, you think we're going back to that coffee shop after the service we got?
Oh yeah, you're right. It sucked.
Okay, fine.
Maybe we still do. Also, we might just go there specifically because that one rat folk had the same coloration as the leader of the guys who came to threaten us.
Yeah. So maybe it wasn't such a stupid idea after all. So yeah, you're back in Muddy Waters Cafe. Again, the kind of decor here is that like it's all been like thrifted, obviously. No two chairs are the same, and there's like tacky art on the wall that looks like children did it, but there's a lot of it, and it really does bring a kind of like cozy vibe. It just feels
Okay.
nice and lived in there.
So this is it, Tahira. Boy, I hope you're enjoying your appetizers. I see you got the breaded mushrooms, Hoyt. Good choice. But at any rate, I was thinking something needs to be done about those rat folk that threaten my shop. And I'm personally of the mind that these are people that just need jobs and something to work towards. But I think we still need to go over there and threaten them into stopping what they're doing.
When you first started talking about they're just good people in the need of jobs, the direction Tahira gives Cloudy a look of like, is he being serious?
Hold on.
Like the expression
it gets good.
is like she doesn't say it, but you read it clearly, and then he says, "Then we're gonna threaten them," and she's like, "Oh, so this is actually a feasible plan."
Yeah, and there's like a pretty good profit margin probably in it.
My
Maybe?
thought is that what we would do is we have that grab sled that gets very little use other than the deliveries that you, sometimes do. I usually have to do them, even though you're supposed to be the one that does the deliveries with the grab sled. I know you're busy sometimes with... Anyways, we could hire that thing out. Essentially, we could
big.
use that thing as we could start a new business, a local business that does deliveries, get some good use out of that, and we could, basically hire these rat folk to run it. I mean, to work it. That'd be an alternative to what they're doing right now. Threatening people, trying to do protection.
I mean, I'm here. I'm going to help. But
All right, good.
what precisely do you need me to do?
Just be there.
Done.
Yeah, remember when you clotheslined that guy? It was awesome.
Hopefully he remembers too.
I just think the group of us showing up would put them in their shiver.
just love that phrase. Put them in their shivers.
That's just what I said. I don't know if that's... Is that a phrase?
Shiver me timbers.
It sounds very Shakespearean.
It's a dragonkin phrase. It's
Yeah, in this gap in conversation, a very timid young rat folk that you, the one that always serves you and always fucks up the order. He as you look at him approaching you, you see terror on his face, and he's holding.
Do you have my heated ox's blood?
I thought you had the flat white.
No, I didn't. No, I always order blood of something.
Any of you have the flat white, or am I?
Cloudy's just looking over the tray to see whichever one looks the best, and is just gonna grab it, whichever one, kind of at random.
You grabbed my blood.
Well, he didn't expect for the gravity to be shifted on his tray, and the whole thing.
What?
Just
what do you mean?
You very quickly snatch something off his tray. He loses his balance, balance of the tray, and they all just shatter on the ground. And he's like,
"This guy's ridiculous."
No, frick. I'll have everything back up for you in a second. He's kind of crying a little bit.
He's covered in just...
Waiter, do you know of the Red Remnant?
Oh, of course.
Do you know where they hang out?
Make a roll. What do you want to intimidate this guy? Yeah. You're going to get a +2 circumstance bonus for him already being terrified of you.
Covered in
and he just threw all the drinks on the ground.
Listen, friend, we don't have any problem with you, but you have a very similar hairstyle to one of the leaders of the Red Remnant, and you should tell us where they hang out. I rolled this on the other one because I was looking at my character sheet there, but it got a 14 intimidate.
14 intimidate with your circumstance bonus against a 0 level NPC.
That'd be 16, yeah.
That'll do it. And you see him start to quiver a little bit, and he you can see the wheels turning in his mind, and then he just snaps out of it and is like, "You didn't hear it from me, but it's like an auto shop called Spezio's."
I know the place very well. Thank you.
I'll get your drinks right away. And,
take a really big sip of mine when I took off the...
We're actually going to get going, though. Sigi turns around and walks out.
Thanks for listening to Signal Jammer. Starfinder is property of Paizo Inc. The theme song is Space Party by Matthew Krim. Sound effects and atmosphere provided by Pixabay.